Hey, what's up? Quirked up VTuber here. I'm gonna explain to you why I think we need a communist supercomputer. You see this number right here, 150? That, my friends, is a number for people. That's the amount of people that we can process at one moment in time, okay? This is something called Dunbar's number. Some guy named Dunbar, I'm guessing, just showed up and was like, hey, y'all can't process 200 people. Can't even process 180. You can process 150 at one moment in time. Really, let's be honest. How many of your, social media people, friends, do you actually talk to? I mean, for me, I text, maybe 5 or 6 people in my rotation at a time. So, yeah. It's seriously nowhere near 200, and yet people have these friend groups that are 200 wide, and no, you have cults. So the average city is 10,000 to 100,000 people, right? That's way higher than 150, right? That's way higher than 150. Anybody that has common sense is going to be like, oh dang, yeah, that's too much to process, right? Say there isn't any laws in this society, there's no class of law protectors, right? There's just no law. Everybody is just maintained by the tribal status quo of don't embarrass yourself. Though the thing is, our populations got so big, 10,000 to 100,000 people in United States cities alone. So we depend on archetypes, and these archetypes are these lookalikes of people averaged out, and that's how we spawn all these art figures that we treat as real people because they're the stand-ins for thousands of people. What do we do about all this? We're all greater apes. We're all greater apes. When we think about all this stuff simultaneously, it just doesn't work, you know? So what do we do about crime? What do we do about crime to make sure that nobody can just do a crime and then zoom right on out before they can get embarrassed? I think we need a communist supercomputer for that. If we're going to have a classless society with this high of a population. The law, in a nutshell, is everybody with a purple shirt gets a sledgehammer to the face. Pedophiles are wearing purple shirts right now, so it's good that pedophiles are getting sledgehammers to the face. But newborn infants are wearing purple shirts right now, so it's bad that the newborn infants are getting sledgehammers to the face. We have to have a personalized response to every single one of these situations. If purple shirt is a crime, then we need to be delicate for some cases, right? And that's impossible on a universal scale with the amount of people that we can process at one moment in time. And the thing is, we could return to tribal communes. We could just, separate from one another and really huddle up in groups of 150 or less. It's possible, and that actually would be safer on an energy scale, but it's unlikely we'd end up off the planet before the sun explodes that way, because the amount of manpower it requires to make rockets that go up to space, the amount of coordination, there's only so much natural resources. We need to coordinate all this mining, all this structuring, all this manufacture. It's very delicate stuff, and that requires a lot more than 150 people. So what I think is more likely as an outcome that succeeds, we're probably going to end up with the end of the world as we know it, and we just end up returning the tribes anyways. That feels probable. Option B is this communist supercomputer, right? So this communist supercomputer can understand more than a Dunbar of people, and everybody can exist in a classless state where all are given the exact amount of resources that they need to survive food, shelter, water, all of the company and companionship that they possibly could need, all the health, nutrients, and space to thrive in, all of that provided by default to everybody. People have this like concept of like, you have to be communist this way or that way. And they box you into this like Soviet thing or this North Korean thing when really they just want to kill you. They just want to kill you like vicariously through this psyop aggregate just because they've been trained to be mad whenever you like mention. Because really, there's elements that the Soviet Union used and there's elements that the North Koreans used, but that's where it ends. That's where it ends. Like, sure, like some classes within both of those societies that aren't classless. There's definitely classes in there. There's sharing among some of the classes. There's that happens. Like there's uniformity in some of the classes. But the thing is, with a communist supercomputer, if we can get that instead of like fuzzy cat videos bouncing on frickin' trampolines, like siphoning all this water, all this energy, making all of us pay extra energy bills and extra taxes just because of this stupid stuff, because it's really cruel. It's really cruel and dumb. Anyways, remember,